Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about inheritance in Java. What is inheritance in Java? Inheritance is a key concept in Java object-oriented programming, allowing one class to inherit the properties and behaviors of another class. It enables the creation of a new class based on an existing class, thus promoting code reusability and minimizing redundancy. The hierarchical relationship between classes forms the basis for polymorphism, encapsulation, and abstraction in Java, providing a powerful mechanism for organizing and structuring code. The syntax and usage of inheritance. Syntax. In Java, inheritance is defined using the extends keyword, where a subclass inherits properties and behaviors from a superclass. Usage: Inheritance allows the reusability of code, enabling the creation of hierarchy of class with shared attributes and methods. It promotes the concept of ISA relationship, where a subclass is specialized version of its superclass. Method overriding: Subclasses can provide their own implementation of methods inherited from superclass using method overriding. This enables polymorphic behavior and dynamic method dispatch at runtime. Single inheritance versus multiple inheritance. In Java, single inheritance refers to the ability of a class to inherit properties and behaviors from a single superclass. This means that a subclass can only extend one parent class, leading to a hierarchical inheritance structure. Single inheritance simplifies the design and implementation of classes, making the code base easier to maintain and understand. It focuses on building a clear, linear relationship between classes, ensuring a more organized and logical class hierarchy. On the other hand, multiple inheritance allows class to inherit properties and behaviors from more than one superclass. While this can offer flexibility and reusability of code, it also introduces complexities and ambiguities, especially in cases of conflicting methods, implementation of variable names. Java does not support multiple inheritance for classes, mainly to avoid the diamond problem, where ambiguity arises due to inheritance of common attributes from different parent subclasses. Inheriting fields and methods. In Java, inheritance allows a class to inherit fields and methods from another class. This concept promotes code reusability and establishes a parent-child relationship between classes. When a class inherits from another class, it gains access to the fields and methods of a parent class, allowing the child class to reuse and extend the functionality of the parent. This enables the class to inherit the attributes and behaviors defined in the parent class without the need of redundant code. By leveraging inheritance, developers can create a hierarchy of classes that share common functionality and characteristics while allowing for customization and specialization at lower levels of hierarchy. Access modifiers and inheritance. Understanding access modifiers. In Java, access modifiers are keywords that determine the accessibility of classes, fields, methods, and constructors. The four types of access modifiers are public, protected, default, and private. Understanding their usage and implications is crucial for effectively implementing inheritance in Java. Impact of access modifiers on inheritance. Access modifiers plays a vital role in inheritance by controlling the visibility of inherited fields and methods. This impacts the ability to access the overridden inherited members, thus influencing the overall design and functionality of the inheritance hierarchy. Establishing the clear, coherent approach to access modifiers. Inheritance is essential for maintaining code integrity and readability. It involves careful consideration of relationships between classes and encapsulation, and the principle is of least privilege. Method overriding and dynamic method dispatch. Method overriding in Java refers to the ability of a subclass to provide a specific implementation of a method that is already provided by its superclass. This allows a subclass to change the behavior of an existing inherited method. Dynamic method dispatch, on the other hand, is a mechanism by which the current implementation of an overridden method is determined at runtime based on the type of object being referred to by a reference variable. Super keyword and constructor chaining. The super keyword in Java is used to refer to an immediate parent class of a subclass. It can be used to access the data members of methods or the parent class. When there is overriding method in the superclass, the super keyword can be used to call the overridden method from the parent class. Constructor chaining refers to the process of calling one constructor from another within the same class or the superclass. This allows for the reuse of code and helps in initializing the variables of the object. It is useful in scenarios where one constructor needs to perform common tasks before invoking another constructor. Inheriting constructor. When a subclass is created, it automatically inherits the default constructor of the superclass. If the superclass includes parameterized constructor, the subclass constructor can use the super keyword to explicitly call the subclass constructor and pass arguments to it. This enables the initialization of both the superclass and subclass components. Abstract classes and inheritances. Abstract classes in Java are classes that cannot be instantiated. They are used to define a common interface for subclasses as well as to provide default implementation for some methods. They are typically used when you want to create a generic superclass that cannot be instantiated on its own, but can be extended by other classes. Interfaces in Java are similar to abstract classes, but they only contain method signatures and constant declarations. They define a contract that implementing classes must follow. Interfaces are useful for achieving abstraction, providing multiple inheritance, and achieving loose coupling in the codebase. Polymorphism: the ability of a reference variable to behave differently based on its instance type. Superclass providing a specific implementation of a method that is already provided in its parent class. Inheritance: ability for one class to derive properties and behaviors from another class. So this is it for today's video, guys. I hope you understand everything what I taught. Thank you for watching.